Hey everybody, Bad Merc here. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing or doing a retro review of In Flames album Colony. This here album came out in 1999. I got the CD right here. This one's a classic right here. It was recorded like right before the Y2K 2000. So like a lot of the lyrical concepts on it are kind of basically about like machines taking over and like colonizing and stuff like that. Kind of similar to like Terminator or maybe the Matrix sci-fi type of apocalyptic stuff. This was the gateway album for me for In Flames. This is the first real like album I kind of like heard or got into, and probably my favorite album in metal in general. Just my favorite album. The vocals on here for the singer, I think they're at his like peak aggressively. Like doesn't get any better than this. But yeah, this was recorded in Gothenburg, Sweden. The band's from Sweden, and I believe it's recorded at Studio Fredman. A lot of bands, Fredman, I forget how they pronounce it, but yeah, they're recorded there, from my understanding, by the producer Nordstrom, I believe his name is. But yeah, let's get into the album art. I'd highly recommend maybe getting this on vinyl. Like I think everything should be on vinyl. That's what I'm moving to. There's an old group shot. This is the old lineup for In Flames. Now it's just basically the guitar player and the singer, but all the other guys are gone now. The drummer, the other guitar player Jesper, and the bass player. I think this is like the best lineup. They were together for like I think 6 albums or something like that. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I believe this painter right here did a few of the first In Flames album. I think the Jester Race, Horacle, and this was probably the last one he did. This I think Andreas Marshall, sick painting. Little quote from the album right there: "Species come and go, but the earth stands forever fast." Yeah, then you got these two monolith sentinel type characters from the cover. Get right into the first song, "Embodies the Invisible." This one just sucks you in right from the get go. The main melody, it basically shows you what all like In Flames is all about. You just hear that first song, you get the full taste of In Flames. Yeah, it's a crazy one. It's probably one of the best In Flames songs ever. You just get introduced to Anders' vocals, and yeah, if that song doesn't get you into the band, I don't know what other song would. Like straight up. The second song is "Ordinary Story." This one sets up perfectly right after the title track with the drums going in. It's got a cool drop rock beat. Has a cool like main melody on the guitar, like the backbone melody. It's very memorable. Yeah, I think it's the first In Flames song that I can remember that has a strong focus on clean vocals. But the aggressive vocals on this song, some of the best ever. It's got some awesome piano parts too in the song. Just everything just really goes together. Third song on here is "Scorn." This one starts with the like thunderous double bass and catchy guitar harmonies. Kind of has like a Slayer feel to it. The chorus is really catchy, and there's like some cool like sample effects going on in this album. Actually, throughout you hear a lot more like samples and stuff like that, like really in your face a lot more. The solo on here is a shred fest, and it's just a heavy melodic song. The fourth song on here is "Colony," after the title of the album. This one has a cool intro with this organ, and then it drops into this sick like guitar that will leave you banging for days. The slow verses in this are they have like a cool vibe. The clean guitar and the organ, the aggressive vocals just complement each other on like a lot of the verses in the song. And then the chorus is just like one of the catchiest on the album. It's like probably the anthem of the album, I would think, would be that song. Yeah, "Colony." The fifth song on here is "Zombie Inc." or "Zombie Incorporated." This one starts with like a classic, metal verse, then picks up and drops into this like alternating melodic death metal, like chuggy riff parts. The verses, the pre-chorus and chorus are melodic and heavy, is like as melodic death metal gets. This is like I don't know, just a really cool like slow, heavy song. It's got a really cool sweet like blues build up in the middle of the song. Again, this is another like metal classic, and I don't mean it's like classic In Flames, but this like song, much like the album, is a straight up like classic song. The sixth song on here is "PALLAR Anders Visa." It's just like a cool instrumental thing that kind of breaks the album in half. It's like an interlude, where you go and grab a beer or whatnot. I think I think that the way they do that, I think they did that a lot. Like they would put like a song in the middle where we just kind of break the album, kind of break it in half, like an interlude. Kind of like when you go to the movies and you're watching like a 4-hour movie back in the day, and then you have like an interlude in the middle, and go to the bathroom, get a beer, get a coffee, get some popcorn, soda. The seventh song on here is Coerced Coexistence. This one starts with like a cool, aggressively melodic melody, then drops into some double bass, and rides on. Anders again is throwing down some of these like wretchedly sick vocals. He just sounds like vile on this one. The chorus on this one has some like sweet drops in the song, and the solo is like a shred house, man. On that Jesper's doing. The eighth song on here is Resin. This song is like a slow, like a melodic, brooding jam, kind of like a slow headbanger. I love the guitars and vocals on this one, especially on the chorus. Anders sounds like netherworldly. This is a real like cool, epic, melodic, folkish breakdown part 2 in there. The solo section is fun to listen to, and yeah, it's just a cool song. The ninth song on here is Behind Space 99. This is a redo of one of their old songs. I like this one a lot better than the original. The production is better, and Anders is at the peak of his aggressive vocal like style. This has a really like dope like music like parts in it, like music sections. The guitar harmonies and the metal has like a specific breakdown, which is like psychedelically hypnotic, like I don't know, figuratively. I don't know. It's like it's crazy. It's straight up sounds like you're going behind space. They just really combine a lot of stuff. Yeah, like folk, sci-fi, psychedelic, like all this crazy stuff, like in this kind of middle part of the song. So yeah, definitely a classic song. Number 10 on here is Insipid 2000. This one starts with this like new album feel to it. It's upbeat, heavy. The chorus is cool, and there's a little different like kind of like epic like drum like progressions on here, like with the toms and stuff. There's some interesting breakdowns with effects, that coincide with the bass guitar that Peter was using. There's a dope like breakdown into a solo verse, like I think like in the last half of the song. The 11th song on this album is The New World. This one has like a cool chuggy guitar part that sounds a little different than some of the other ones on the album. It's almost like it's off time. It adds a new dynamic. Yeah, this one has a lot of fast, heavy parts, and they're melodic at the same time. The solo section is epic. It has like a technical, classic orchestral, riffing and picking. Yeah, it's really kind of like orchestral sounding, symphonic. Yeah, it's a solid like epic ender for an album. Yeah, but in closing, I would say this is just a high recommend. This is a classic metal album. I think it's my favorite In Flames album. Probably my favorite, maybe one of my favorite albums. Of music in general. You'll see a big difference from this album to the next In Flames album and every album after it. They just do like a new style every time. Yeah, this is just gonna it's something that you really like will stick with you. And bands they don't really make albums like this anymore. I don't know if you listen to it, I think you probably know what I'm saying. But yeah, I definitely recommend this. I also got this here beer tonight. It's this new one right here. It's from the Czech Republic. I believe it's pronounced Avorsky. It's an amber lager beer. So we're gonna go ahead and oh wait, no, I'm sorry, it's from Ukraine. Stand corrected. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's from the Ukraine. And yeah, it's a 7%. So let's go ahead and take a crack at it. All right. Look at that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I definitely recommend that. Absolutely. All right, folks. Definitely recommend In Flames Colony. I give in that Avorsky. I give 2 horns up. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and as always, folks, we have new content here daily on metal, movies, and brewskis.